This is a story that has left many in Kogi State and across Nigeria searching for answers. 27-year-old photographer Ayo Aayeku was reportedly missing after he failed to return home on July 22, 2024. Days later, his decomposing body was discovered in a bush behind the Central Bank of Nigeria building in Lokoja, Kogi State. But the most haunting part of this story is that the only person who could have explained why the man who killed him is also dead. So what really happened to Ayo Aayeku? Why did Mr. Pelumi, a correctional service officer, brutally end the life of a young man with so much promise? And what was the connection between these two men? Let's take a closer look. On the evening of July 22nd, Ayo and his colleagues returned to the compound after field assignments. They began working on footage from the day's coverage. Later that night, Mr. Pelumi reportedly drove into the compound in his Hilux truck. At some point, he asked Ayo to help him move a refrigerator from one of the back stores into his vehicle. A simple request, nothing unusual. Ayo agreed, but that was the last time anyone saw him alive. Moments later, sounds of struggle and shouting were heard. One of Ayo's senior colleagues, who was in the bathroom at the time, reportedly heard the noise. By the time he came out, it was too late. Investigation suggests that Pelumi attacked Ayo, hitting him repeatedly until he fell silent. He then stuffed the young man's body into the refrigerator and drove off, dumping it in the bush behind the CBN building, roughly 30 minutes away. When the eyewitnesses realized something was wrong, he immediately alerted local vigilantes. They traced Pelumi's home, but were told he had left over an hour earlier. The timeline didn't add up. Suspicion grew. Then, in a shocking twist, Pelumi returns to the compound, this time without Ayo, but with the same refrigerator now stained with blood. Realizing he has been found out, he fled the scene. Later that night, authorities discovered Pelumi's dead in an hotel room, reportedly from self-inflicted gunshot wound. But not everyone believed the official story. Many suspect he may have been silenced. With both men gone, the question remains, why did Pelumi kill Ayo? Several theories has emerged: a personal vendetta, a failed ritual attempt, a political motivated act, or was it simply the act of a deeply disturbed man? From available reports, Pelumi and Ayo had no known personal relationship. Ayo's colleagues insist they barely knew each other beyond casual greetings at the compound. However, a few details stands out. Pelumi's wife had reportedly left him months earlier, fleeing to Abuja after enduring threat and violence. She is said to be a relative of the former deputy governor, the owner of the compound. Through this connection, Pelumi had access to the property and the truck he used that night. Could the murder have been his twisted way of launching out at his wife's family or at life itself? Authorities reportedly found a note left by Pelumi at the hotel where he appeared to acknowledge suffering from anger and mental health issues. He described himself as a broken man, frustrated and at the end of his road. But even that note gave no explanation for why he targeted Ayo. Was Ayo just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Did Pelumi mistake him for someone else? Could this have been a random outburst of violence driven by anger and instability, or was there something deeper, something we may never uncover? Many close to the case believe Ayo's death might have been unprovoked, a simple act of helping someone he thought was familiar and it cost him his life. This tragedy in Kogi State is one of that leaves more questions than answers. A promising young photographer gone, a correctional officer's dead by his own hand, or perhaps silenced by someone else, a grieving family searching for closure that may never come. In the end, perhaps the saddest part is that we may never truly know why it happened. But one thing is clear, two lives had been lost and a community is left in shock, searching for meaning in a senseless act.